So this is a video on the refill of the new Vipe ePod, but not the ePen3. Okay, the ePen3 is very easy. This one's the older Vipe, and it's a little bit more complicated. It's got that steel base. So there haven't been any videos out there on how to refill these. So I'm going to show you how. This one's already done. It's a little bit complicated. Here's a new one, right? You're going to need a pair of pliers, right? And what you're going to do is see the clips at the end. You're just going to set your pliers on the edge there. You see it? Okay, and not too hard, but you're going to have to jiggle it back and forth and play with it for a bit. You might get it, it might slide off, but what you're going to do is not worry about that, because as you can see from this one that I've done, it doesn't make a difference if it's scuffed up a little bit. They still work. Okay, so you're good there. Now I'm going to pause it for a sec. You're going to need a long, thin screwdriver as well. Okay. I used, well, you can get this at a dollar store, the set. And really very cheap. And Dash vapes for my juices, because they're 70-30 Nick salt. Really good Nick salt. And good flavors. Really good flavors. Oh, back to doing this. This is the hardest part of the task. Right? Because you gotta, number one, you need a good set of pliers. Right? And number two, it's, yeah, like I can't get a grab on it. But when you do, it comes right off, you'll see. Got to sort of jiggle it back and forth a bit. There it goes. See? Grab it again with the pliers. Just, you can't use too much force, but you can't be gentle with it, okay? Like, you're gonna scuff it up, but it's not gonna make a difference, you'll see, when you put it back in, okay? So now, this is what the cartridge looks like underneath the, okay? This is the Vipe, made by Imperial Tobacco. I prefer it way over the Juul. The Juul is, you can't even compare it. This e-liquid in here holds about, I'd say, 3 times the amount of a Juul pod. And yeah. Now you got to be gentle with this part, because this is the plastic cartridge that goes in there. So you sort of got to jiggle it out. There it goes. And it came out, no problem. Right? So this cartridge comes out and it sits just like that. Right? Just like that. Inside the... Okay. And this, you just set it aside. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go empty this stuff out, which is mango. I don't know what the hell it is, but it tastes like shit. Anyhow, hold on. Before I empty it though, I got to show you. Here, you'll see inside, you see that little gasket? Right there. You see it? Okay. You're gonna stick this little screwdriver in and just lift it out. I'll show you what you do with that later. Right now, I'm just gonna go empty this out. So I've emptied that mango, whatever the hell it was, out of here. And I don't like to rinse it under the water. So I just clean it with some tissue as best as I could. When you put the new juice in, right, you're gonna have a little bit of that previous residue, previous taste for a few hauls, right? But the few hauls will get rid of it. Yeah, I had the previous cartridge, I had that tobacco flavor one, and it's harsh, and the flavor actually stayed for a little bit longer when I refilled that pod with the other juice. Anyhow, I just give it a little bit of a wipe. I get my Dash Vape mix, and you're gonna keep it to the side of that you see that tube there? Don't get any in there, all right? Or else you're gonna be eating it. Keep it to the side. Fill up half. Keep your eye on that. I just like to do, even though it is the same side, but I like to switch it over. And I fill it up almost to that, okay, the top of it. I don't know if you can see it because they have the writing on it, but I'd say there's maybe a quarter of an inch away from the tip of the, not even, less than a quarter of an eighth of an inch. I keep it, all right? Then you're gonna put this gasket back on top of, right, on top of this. And it just fits right on top. You're gonna put this back in here and it just snaps in, okay? You'll see. All right, I like to give it a wipe just to get any of the Nick salt residue off. All right, and you're gonna see this snaps back on, right? Okay. There you go. It just snaps right back on, okay? It might give you a little bit of a problem when you go to put it back on, but just play with it a little bit and give it a little bit of a push. And like I said, you might have a little bit of on the first few hauls, a little bit of the previous liquid, but excuse me. The previous, I find that Vuse ePod fluid is very harsh. Very harsh. That's why I prefer my juices. A lot less so. Excuse me. Take this. Take your pliers You just gotta there it goes. It's almost gone out. Oh, this one's tough. Sometimes when you're pulling off the base, I figured I'd show you this. Sometimes you might pull off the cartridge with it, right? Just no worries. Just leave it attached, right? And then you got to get in there. And like I showed you how to take out the gasket, you're gonna have to get in there, put your long thin one in, and just, oh, it fell. No worries. Let's get it. There it is. Okay. So just take it out, right? Then get in there and get that plastic one. All right, take that out as well. I'm gonna just take it over to the sink and rinse it out as well. Give it a rinse in the sink, right? Not this, but the plastic. Just gonna dry it out now. Now, this is basically your worst case scenario, right? Like you're supposed to take out that steel thing, that steel base only, right? It's not a biggie. So you're just gonna place this back on, right? This one here just snaps on, see? Like Legos. Put this plastic thing back on. Place it gently. And you'll see it just, everything fits together perfectly, right? So there you go, right there. Get that ready. Get your dash vape liquid. And again, see that tube? Just below it, like 1/8 of an inch below it. Okay. So the other liquid was peach. again. And this one is grape mint, my daughter's favorite, and my buddy Lucas as well. He likes the minty. It gives me heartburn. Okay, so 1/8 of an inch below. That's it, right there. 70/30 Nick salt. This is a little bit of a thicker consistency. Now, see this? Look. So there you go. Vipe ePod. Very good Imperial tobacco, very good product. Dash Vapes, excellent juice. And that's how you do it. So hit like, subscribe, and I'll be making more videos in the future. Talk to you guys later.